Now, because this course is about commerce, you would have to understand the integrities around B2C, B2B, and D2C. So, B2C, as the name indicates, where a business is directly dealing to the end consumers of the goods. So that's what is called B2C. When a business is dealing with another business, and that business may deal further with end consumers, or that business may deal further with another business and then eventually to the end consumers. Still, we are talking about this particular communication, so that becomes a B2B. But where the producer of the goods, which are the producers, the generator, or like directly factories selling their products to end consumers, that's what we call D2C. They are directly reaching to their consumer. And when we combine both B2B and B2C services, this becomes B2B2C. Now let's take one example to make sure that we are completely clear. Let's assume a fictional brand, and this brand is known as LTS Hub. Now, this brand is a fashion and apparel brand. If this brand creates a website, and on that website, I as a consumer go and purchase something for myself or my family, in nutshell, for the consumption of those goods. If let's say I buy a t-shirt and then start wearing that t-shirt, that means I am consuming that product. So this LTS hub has created a B2C website, because as a consumer I was able to go to their website. So I was with their website, I was able to go to the business and buy something for my consumption. But if let's say LTS hub sells something to XYZ, which is a brick and mortar store in my city, and then this when I go to this brick and mortar store, I am able to purchase the product of LTS hub. So LTS Hub as a business sold products to this XYZ business, which for this example is a brick and mortar store. And brick and mortar store is a business. It's not the consumer of that particular product selling that product further. And as a consumer, I went to this brick and mortar store and purchased the t-shirt and started wearing it. So now I'm consuming the goods. And that's why this is a B2B website, because we are talking in reference to LTS Hub. If we are talking in reference to XYZ, then that becomes a B2C website if I would have purchased online. Okay. There may be situations where a business is purchasing the goods and then further selling to another business, which is further selling to consumer. Then there can be multiple hierarchies. We don't have to go towards these details. So we'll be understanding in reference to LTS Hub that this is a B2B. Now, if LTS Hub has a website where these XYZ brick and mortar store can also go and purchase, as well as a consumer, I can directly go and purchase. So I have choice. I can go to XYZ, or I can directly go to their website. And if they are providing both of these offering, they come under their B2B2C, because they are catering B2B and B2C both. So that becomes their B2B2C offering. But let's go towards a different direction, where a factory which produces certain goods is directly selling to their consumers. That is the area where we are talking about D2C. So for example, uh, uh, a food shop, a shop which is, let's say, a bakery shop which is preparing the bakery product and directly selling to consumer, can be a D2C example, can be a good D2C example. Apart from that, when we talk about D2C, it's uh, so LTS Hub may purchase certain things from the producer of goods, like in terms of apparels, they may purchase apparel, the raw material for apparel purchase, and then they make their products here, right? But if that raw material producer starts directly selling to consumers, that's where it's the D2C. So this is the key difference. There is a thin line between B2C and D2C, but in terms of concept they are very different, and I hope you are clear with this. And the target from this video is to understand two things. One is that you understand what are the different sales offering from Salesforce as a company and how they pitch in their product. So just to summarize, Salesforce pitches their product as the cloud services like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Experience Cloud, Industry Cloud, and so on. And Salesforce Commerce Cloud, B2B Commerce Cloud, Salesforce Marketing Cloud. And when they pitch in these services, they build certain services on top of their core platform, and certain services are the result of acquisitions. So, underlying technology stack is different. But Salesforce try to make sure that all of these SFDC and non-SFDC platforms work hand in hand. So a real-time example would be, let's say, you're working for a big brand who wants to give complete end-to-end experience to their consumers, and assuming that we want to use Salesforce for providing all the offering. So let's say we're talking about the B2C website that we are building for that customer. And in a typical B2C website, you would have e-commerce part, right? And that comes from SFCC. Let's say we want live chat. So that can come from Service Cloud. We want chatbot. So chatbot is also one offering from that is also part of Service Cloud. Let's say we want the B2B buyers to be able to purchase, then we may also use the B2B commerce as well. And in B2B world, self-service CPQs are very popular. Self-service CPQ is where you can come to the website and ask for a quotation based on the combination of product that you have. So CPQ also can come in. For processing all of these orders, you may need an order management system, which is built on top of SFDC again. So when you are giving a complete end-to-end experience, you may be using more than one cloud offering from Salesforce, and that is called a typical multi-cloud implementation in Salesforce world. And it's very important that you know how these, what are the various offering and how you can connect them. One other part is, let's say, Salesforce Commerce Cloud and OMS are very popular. They work hand in hand and is a very, very popular use case. So what Salesforce has additionally done is that Salesforce know this is a separate platform, OMS is a separate platform, so they have built a connector already, and that connects SFCC to order management system. So this connector Salesforce has already built, so the business user don't feel that they are two separate platform, they are two separate underlying platform. They just see them as a overall Salesforce ecosystem, and that's how Salesforce wants to pitch in their products as well. Hope you're clear from this. That's all for this. Thank you very much.